how high achievers like you can become athletic, thrive in business in the ever-changing digital renaissance, which I call the digital AI revolution. The key is to use mental models to do less to achieve more, building a resilient mind that can thrive in the uncertain world. So if you're busy and face constant challenges, this video is for you. But if you're somebody who is this world is moving too fast forward, I'm just gonna stay static, I don't stand a chance, I better just get on the sofa and watch some Netflix. Then turn this video off. Alright, so in this fast-paced world, achieving a balance between wealth and health, mental clarity is most crucial. Now most think that you should first focus on wealth and then health. I did that mistake and that was almost detrimental to me. Like, I worked insane hours in finance, and then also as a founder in a gaming tech company, I became out of shape, but then I decided that I needed to make a change. And changes start from making small habits. Small habits start from becoming 1% better every day. And if you want to do it, you can also start, like many others have already started, on the 7-day free course that you find in the description, in order to set yourself apart, compounding over 365%, because 1% better every day will compound well beyond 365% in 365 days. So how do you achieve more by doing less? The 80-20 mindset is about focusing on the 20% of actions that yield 80% of the results. Now this can be applied to all areas of your life. For instance, now you want to become athletic, build a cash flow positive business, and it all starts with habits. So like many others have already started on the 7 habits course, make sure that you start building those small 1% skills that will compound over a year, that will improve you 1% per day, so they can compound over 365% over a year. So what you want to focus on is focus on the signal, not the noise. So you want to prioritize the actions that make the most impact. That means that you have your roadmap for the next 3 months, then you want to focus on deep work in the morning. It's important that you think about the concept of if you have to swallow a frog. So you want to think about, if your job is to eat a frog, it's best to do it in the morning. And if your job is to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. This is basically Brian Tracy's idea from Mark Twain, which you can interpret many ways, but the right way to do it is basically do the hardest thing early in the morning. So the night before you write down your task and you really want to focus on getting the first big win in the morning, that's when you have most of your clarity, the nervous system is ready to go right. However, you also want to check that maybe for you it could be late in the night, so maybe you want to do it there, but I'd rather stick to a strict routine where you have all of the deep work in the morning, so you then can have much more free time later in the day. The key is to improve daily. For instance, filming this video in my very hectic schedule was something I had to really rush through, and I had a script ready for it. The script wasn't 100% ready, so I used ChatGPT, and with the right prompts I could make this script ready for you. So that's why you want to show up daily. You don't have to be perfect. You want to be prepared, right? Like when I'm talking to you here, it's about giving the best value I've seen that changed my life, and I want to give it to you, but at the same time it's about showing up. But these are the tools that I've used go from out of shape founder to breaking the previous muscle up world record while building a cyberpunk action game called Deceptive Reality with 0 background in entrepreneurship and now serving 25,000 customers. It's a very exciting thrill to build up all the marketing, all the engineering ourselves with my old friends. We started this company in an old horse stable, and early stages were very difficult, but we stuck through it. We made a lot of mistakes. For instance, when getting reach for your product, that's like the hardest part. How we did it was actually, I put on my old finance suit from banking, since I have a background in that, and we went viral. We got to $1,000 in revenue per day, and then I was able to raise $350,000 in fundraising. Now, you don't have to go that route actually to fundraise. You can actually just start from scratch, have a small group of friends, or even be alone like I built this channel. Now, you might be saying again, like the reach is the issue. And that's why the key is that you, for instance, focus on one customer, one funnel, one channel, and you can have a free product and then you have a high ticket product. So that way you're actually getting traffic, you're building rapport with the people that you want to actually be able to help, and then sell to. So then you can have the high ticket offering via, for instance, a discovery call. And then from this, when you start to getting customers, you can start to build, for instance, a cohort or an automated micro SaaS, so you have a scalable product. But everything starts right from the mindset. And when you're building a mindset of anti-fragility, which is from the concept of Nassim Taleb, who is one of the best writers in finance, he talks about how easily we become fooled by randomness. Basically, you look at some event and you look at all these successful people and you just want to copy them. That's not the way to go. You want to learn the principles that are timeless so you can actually build your own style, your own brand, your own value proposition. The anti-fragility concepts come from exactly how Nassim Taleb talked about the 2008 financial crisis, and that was a black swan event where everything crashed. But then again, like the body, when you train at the gym, the muscle breaks down and then it becomes stronger. That's a process called hormesis. By breaking down the tissue, but not too much, the microfractures through protein synthesis will become stronger. In the world of AI, it can feel like this is too much chaos. Our jobs are gonna get automated, but that's not an issue. For instance, in today's world, I would say the biggest opportunity is specifically prompt engineering, how you can use it to leverage yourself, because you don't have to have any coding skills, but you have to find your own niche. You have to have a clear mind. So that starts with the 80-20 blueprint of the body. So to bulletproof your mind and body, start with simple yet effective exercises. For instance, push-ups every day. That's something I do. Every day I get up, I do push-ups. This does not only build muscle, but it also strengthens your mental resilience. Gravity is your weight. Use it to your advantage. Your body doesn't know, are you using weights or are you pushing your own body against gravity? So you want to pair that physical training with a solid mindset. So as you start to have a strong body, your mindset will also improve. Set goals and enter a flow state through the deep work in the morning. Now you want to write down, like in business school, we talk about SWOT analysis. This is very important. Like even if you're a technical guy or whatever, it's very important that you self-assess what are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So for instance, if I take our company, I would say that, yeah, we have the technical stuff, we have a marketing team, but we have some weaknesses, for instance, being very small, but then you can actually use that being small, that you can be agile and adapt very fast. That brings to the opportunities. Now, the threats could be, for instance, what are other entrants in the market who could enter and what are the barriers of entry. That's why you really want to focus on niching down like to some specific area. So like you watching this video, fitness or business as is are not a niche, but when you put them together, that's a niche. So to leverage AI for business success, in the digital age, AI is both a tool and an opportunity. You can use it to enhance your productivity and create unique online business. So then it's about creating that one solution for one customer and start identifying high profitable problems and creating a solution that people will pay for. So here's a quick roadmap. This is like when I do consulting, we talk about identifying your niche, finding the intersection of your passion and market demand. And then you develop a clear value proposition. Why is your product 10 times better? But that could be very hard. So maybe it's 10 times different from competitors. This is super important if you're working on your own, because here many people are so confused, like they get stuck in the state that I don't know how to move forward because like why would somebody watch my content? Why would somebody buy from me? Now, it is about finding your edge in a niche and then differentiate yourself. We also talk about the basics on how you get started into these habits with the 7-day course, which is free. Link is in the description. You can sign up via the newsletter. Now, you want to launch fast and scale later. It's very important that you prototype quickly and refine over time. So you find your first customers. You don't want to scale. You just want to see what is the demand. Are they getting excited? So the 80-20 blueprint. To succeed, you need a blend of health and wealth principles. The 80-20 blueprint will help you achieve focused execution on the most important goals here. You learn to thrive in chaos, build a resilient body and mind, and then you can develop those high-income skills. By you embracing this 80-20 lifestyle, you can start to achieve exponential personal and professional growth. And the idea is here that you build a way of having these mental models, like you can look at different problems in different areas. Being a polymath is the most important skill you can have as a modern person in the age of digital renaissance, because you have to combine a strong mind, having the ability to actually have good judgment and also have very specific skills. Now, this way you can become irreplaceable in your career. You can launch, for instance, your online business or start on some crazy world record training goal like I've done. So I started with all of these training stuff as well with just a couple of push-ups. Like back in the days, I was also training in Montreal, Canada with UFC fighter Georges St-Pierre and trained at his gym for 6 months. And I was just a kid studying finance there. And then I went into the gym. I saw the guy, he was about to fight Johnny Hendricks. And then I started showing up to workouts. I even got into the pro workouts with the professional fighter. There were Rory McDonald, Rick Story, and Georges St-Pierre. All of these super high level fighters were there. And of course, I took a lot of lessons from them and I started to see how they use minimalistic tools to actually just small pivots every day. And that's what the elite do. It's not about some magic trick. There isn't a magic pill there. There is just about optimizing your way to the right answer to success. And that was also how Firas Zahabi, who's one of the best martial arts coaches in the world, coached us that you have to be self-reliant and start with very small mindset hacks. So if you're ready to transform your life, you can start with the 7-day course, which is free. Link is in the description. Or you can watch this video on how I broke the previous muscle up world record, or this video on how you can actually combine business and sports together.